Hello my friends, it's Sharon Luska here from My Crafty Greetings, and I've got a couple more Scrappy Tails videos using Halloween dies for everything but Halloween. I love this A7 spiderweb oval. It is absolutely gorgeous and fits in so many cards, and I wanted to combine it with some reindeer that I've clipped back to be the garden variety deer, if there is such a thing. And I'm using just some flowers, assorted leaves, and a branch, and I just wanted to show you this is what the deer look like in the Essential Winter Die set. And there it is there with the deer, and I love those snowflakes and a little bow, and it's got them facing both ways. And I just wanted to show you quickly, this is just 60-pound brown paper, what do we call that? Craft, right? So if you go ahead and you just run a line of glue, this is art glitter glue, in the delicate areas, once it dries, you will not have a problem with it catching or breaking or being damaged when it's inside the card. And I just wanted to show you that because it's so easy and it's less paper than die cutting another deer and trying to line them up and all that other stuff. But you can see here where it's dried, and you can see here, this is tug proof. So I also do this on my vines for my flowers, or the vines for the leaves and stuff like that. Those stems are nice and thin, and that really helps them. So I have a Creative Expressions Happy Birthday die here. I'm gonna try and link everything below. And I really love this little kind of typeset Happy Birthday. And I'm gonna combine it with the Gina K Scripty birthday sentiment there. It has an outline shadow die. And I'll still save this birthday because it's still very useful. And there's not too much trouble kind of separating these apart. I could have kind of stamped that, but I really liked keeping them both die cuts. So the one thing this oval's gonna need is a little bit of grass just to ground all of our critters here. It's a beautiful background, but they need somewhere to stand. And I hope you recognize this oval from some of the other cards I did. I just did the owl, and I'm gonna have them appearing in even more things. And this is my point. These are so useful. And Sabrina has held over the sale for you, so there's still 20% off the Halloween dies. You have to use the code SharonHalloween20. I'm going to link it below so you can just copy it and drop it in. And I'm going to link all the supplies below as well. But I am going to show you as many of these Halloween dies as not Halloween elements as possible, because it's crazy how versatile these are. Now I popped this up with some foam, and I'm going to give my little antlers a bit of a haircut here. But I just wanted to show you the scene that you could build. You don't have to have all of these. Now, you'd be crazy if you didn't have the Assorted Leaves die set, which is not part of the Halloween sale thing. But, you know, I would expect you'd have that. So the flowers are from the Garden Stand pop-up, and this branch here is just from the Forest Trees cover plate die, which I think is an absolute essential as well. So I'm just going to trim the trunk here so that we can slide that into place. Now you can take any shape of any branch, stick, whatever you have. You don't have to have the branch if you don't want to for your scene. The whole point is that those crazy little vines make a beautiful backdrop for this. And here we could just have the deer and the branch and some butterflies and flowers. Or we could switch this up and add whatever else you like. Some more, that is, what's that flower called? Starts with an L. Lavender, there we go. And some big flowers. We could include these vines, which are fabulous, and I use for just about everything too. And, you know, the more you add of the bits and bobs that you have in your die stash, the better it's gonna look. And isn't that Happy Birthday look like it was made for this oval? Like, it's crazy. You can just arrange this till your heart's content and make it exactly the way you want. Now the background piece, the greeny and goldy colored background piece that I have there, that was made with just acrylic paint. And on my next video, I am going to show you how I did, not specifically this background, but how I go about and do those backgrounds, because man, it is a wrist saver. If you have any problems with your wrists, hands, arms, that's gorgeous, just butterflies thinking of you, you know, sympathy. anyways, if you have any problems with your wrists or hands or anything like that, sometimes ink blending can be really difficult in getting some really unique backgrounds. And barring finding some great background paper in a paper pad or something like that, it is nice to have a fast way to do those background techniques. And I'll get into those in my next video, which is going to show you a crazy quantity of cards for the Good Witch. So I'm just sticking down my birthday here, and I'm using my acetate piece that I keep at the side of my desk so that I could line that up. I had pre-glued it with my Tombow Mono Multi and let it dry, and that allowed me to apply it just as though it was a sticker. And I'm doing the same thing here with our little buddy Happy, which is small and very hard to manage. But once I get the edge of it caught, I can hover it over in place and figure out where I want it to be. And I'm just going to use that swirl and have it look like it's heading right into the A there to connect that all together as though it was one happy birthday. Looks kind of cool. Somebody needs to do a whole pile of words that are linked like that, where you can just die cut them and it says happy you birthday, you know, like they do for the stamp sets. Maybe Sabrina will do it if everybody puts it in the comments. She's good like that. Okay, so we're gonna get our little scene put together here, finish putting our pieces in place, and I'm gonna pull this forward. This is the other thing I like about the Tombow Mono Multi once it's dried to make these pieces like a sticker, is you can just gently pull them forward and put them back. As long as they have not been stuck down for a couple of days, you can still do that. Once they've kind of been in place for a while, it's a little less possible. So I'm going to put a little bit of foam on the back of my little deer here, and I'm just showing you again that the legs are nice and solid, as are the antlers. So we just got to literally do the neck and the body. And then I just put a little Tombow Mono Multi on the feet so that it would stick to the frame. And that puts everything together very nicely, minus my lavender needs a little tiny bit of support. I should have done that art glitter glue trick on the back of those too, but I'm sure it will be just fine. I love this card. I would love to get a card like this. I think it's a total work of art, don't you think? And then zhuzhing everything, of course, is, you know, adding dimension just brings everything to life. And, you know, even though it may get flattened out a tiny bit in the envelope, I think that everything just looks gorgeous together. So there's some photos for you. And we'll get on to the next cards here. I'm going to hit some Christmas stuff too, but I wanted to show you this quickly. This is a swirly cover plate that has spider webs on it. It's supposed to be like this. There's that big spider that comes from the oval one. But I wanted to show you the A7 swirly spider web. It cuts out this center piece here so you can layer it, or you can use it as a cutout window. And Desiree Kimmerly said that this looks a lot like giant tickets. I love that. I watched her video and she was so sweet. Her and I think alike that way. Of course, the die set gives you a little spider, boo, and a nice layering skull. Now this happy birthday is from Tonic. Absolutely love it. I'll see if I can link it below. And these gorgeous flowers are from the A7 perfume bottle. And then I've also added some smaller flowers over top that are from the swirly floral frame. I'll have to see if I can link that below as well. All Scrappy Tails, minus the grading. But isn't that gorgeous? I gave that to my friend for her birthday. I think she really, really loved it. And it is a blue metal with a holographic swirly die cut over top. Now this one, I've just put snowflakes over top of what looks like those spider webs. And I got to tell you, you cannot tell that they are the spider webs that are behind them. And then of course I'm going to add in a bunch of rhinestones. And this is a double layer too. I don't know if you can see that there. It's a pearl white over top of a silver. Now I have Season's Greetings that came from the retro stamp set, and I have some VersaFine Claire and some VersaFine. So I noticed that they are two different reds. I'm going to link the red that I like, the one that I prefer, because the big one, it has, I don't know, that red is very orange. Orange red might be great for fall, but it is not for Christmas. So I used an anti-static powder tool there, and I am going to put some clear embossing powder over top, and of course, everybody loves to see that heat set and go all glossy over top of that VersaFine ink. It is so great. I've got 2 layers of the reindeer here, and I just took the reindeer that was facing the left and the reindeer that was facing the right and layered them over top of themselves to make a great thick element. Now I've got an angled cut here, and if you take it and you flip that back around, you can get exactly the same angled cut on the other end. And then I tried to scissor cut this. I watched the girls on the other videos do it, and I am bad. Big fail for Sharon. So I'm still gonna try and fix it. It is not gonna help. It's not gonna happen, but you can watch me fail again. So, yeah, not great. So we're gonna fix this with my paper cutter, and yeah, it's too small. I'm gonna cut my fingers. I need these fingers or I can't make any more cards. So I have just a strip of Post-it tape here. I stuck it to the front and I've lined it up so I can trim it off. And now I'm gonna spin this sucker around and I will slide it in again, line it up to the edge of my little marks there, and then I can cut it and get it nice and straight once again. Now, someone who's really good at math like I am would say now your end angles are off. They are, but we're gonna pretend nobody can notice it. If anybody's going to be measuring my angles, then I will whip that card right back out of their hand. No card for them. No cards if you're going to insult my work or criticize it. So I'm just putting a little scrap of shiny Christmas red foil paper on the back of this. And I want to pull this all together now, this little bit of red, and I've got the little brown reindeer. And how do we make these colors work? We're going to put a little red foil bow that comes with the reindeer winter essentials set. And of course, you know, we'll get this glued into place and we can put the bow anywhere on the reindeer, which gives him, you know, a youthful, quirky look, or you know, kind of the more traditional lower bowed reindeer. You can do whatever you want. It's fun dressing these guys up. And then I thought, you know, there's one more element that we need to add to this. And this is why I was fussing so hard about those reds. Oh, sorry about my fur intrusion. I've got some big frizz going on with this hair. So I've got the lipstick red, the gem set from Scrappy Tails, and I have just pulled out a red pearl here and I am adding it to this reindeer's nose. And of course, we all know that now makes it Rudolph. So I've got that glued on. Just a little bit of art glitter glue will be all it needs. This is a nice flat card, so we do not have any issues with this going through the mail. And then I've got some Spectrum Noir shimmer pen here, and I am just running that over top of the reindeer's gorgeously swirled antlers. This is, Sabrina designed this. There also is a large reindeer that has a different posture that she has available just on its own, and it's quite big. So that's that card finished, and I did end up blinging it up even more. Could not resist, could not leave it alone. Check that out. Isn't that great? It's so shiny. I'm going to have a hard time giving this one to anyone. I really don't collect my stuff, but it's going to be hard to send that one away. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back soon with another video. Hope you get a chance to get some time in the craft room this weekend, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.